The late adopter. Wait. There we go. Hi guys, how you doing? Welcome to Bitcoin Daily, 9 a.m. Central P time on the dollar. We do this show every day, Monday to Friday, because we gotta know what's happening in Bitcoin, altcoins, and everything else. And of course, as you see, we are down 4.91% in red. Yesterday we were down 3%, so the dump is just continuing actually from yesterday. So we're gonna talk about that. We are breaking some major important levels right now. I'm gonna show you that. I'm looking for hopium. I'm looking for hope. I'm looking for anything that can tell me it's not gonna last. You know, it's really hard to come by. It's really hard to come by. It does look very, very terrible. Not so long ago, we had the CPI numbers, then dumped us down big time, 10% down. You can see this candle down here. On the CPI numbers, we went down like 10% down here. So there's that. After that, there was Ethereum merge that everybody said, you know, super bullish, you know, but it was a sell the news event. So that kind of dropped us down. I did not, you know, expect neither of these big moves. And right now we have a FOMC meeting that's going to happen in a couple of days. And that's also going to be very bearish. I think it's already priced in. I think all people are already expecting that. But I might be wrong. I might be wrong on that. So, you know, I still don't know what's going to happen. But, you know, the most likely scenario, you know, if I'm, being, you know, rational or logic or whatever you want to call it, I think, you know, the most likely scenario is more dump, because the inflation is up. They need to, you know, do something about inflation, so maybe they're going to go more aggressive on it. I think the increase is expected at, you know, forecast at 0.75, so it comes at, you know, 1%. It's going to be, you know, hell breaking loose. Now, the first scenario is, you know, they are more aggressive towards interest rates, and they are increasing the interest rates to, you know, 1%. The other scenario is they are keeping at 0.70%. They're saying everything is fine, and that actually might be bullish for crypto, right? So a little bit unsure what's gonna happen, but, you know, I think the likely scenario is kind of down. So I'm gonna talk about it. We're also gonna look at, you know, some, you know, dollar index. We're gonna look at some, you know, what other coins are doing, maybe some XRP, because I know a lot of people are into the XRP right now. You know, we're gonna see that. How's everybody doing in the chat, guys? How's everybody doing in the chat? The Center Plan, what's up? What you doing? Anne Marie, good morning. Crypto Russ is in chat. Traders want down big Bitcoin whales. I think recommended is in chat. Morning, Vishal, how you doing? Roshten Army, morning. I'm dying to catch some more ETH at 1K. XRP lawsuits end soon, to the moon. Yeah, a lot of bullish XRP guys in the chat. Unconfirmed bullish, the worms forming in there. There is a lot of the worms happening right now. That's kind of only hope we have right now. So, you know, hopefully that's gonna play out. I hate crypto, I want out. Garrett. Yeah, it does happen. It can tend to be very, very drastic. There's been enough time for distribution by smart money. This should be accumulation zone. If not, Bitcoin is in trouble for a long run. People are ultimately still waiting for the other guy to buy the Bitcoin. Yeah, so, you know, breaking these levels towards downside might indicate, you know, more pain to come. Like, this is always very, very painful, you know, bearish times. The problem right now is that, you know, we are at the bottom, but are we? You know, everything says that, you know, it's the bottom, but is it? Everything says that, you know, this should actually go towards upside, but, you know, will it? So that is the big stuff. Sergey, we are on the risk off. Good morning. A little bit unsure whether we are risk off or risk on. I would say that, you know, we are already switching from risk off to risk on, because, you know, the prices are very, very cheap. Bitcoin was not too much lower. Trice is in the chat. Still 99% in stablecoin. Still expecting bottom mid-November. Trice knows what's up. Morning, oh boy, dump again. Eric is in the chat. The most bearish of all. We should have listened to Eric, guys. Next time somebody comes and yells, you know, it's going down, we're gonna just listen to them and just, you know, blame it on them if it doesn't happen. Too much lower, that spiral. No good to anyone. Greedy traders in short still pushing. Hopefully short squeeze. Yeah, so they're still pushing this down. He just kind of, you know, gets wrecked. Embrace Crypto Armageddon, my 8 short still open from 1760. Roaming Nomad, doing well. 0 likes, 40 views. Yeah, guys, hit the like button, hit the like button. Who more is in the chat? Rice Weaver is in chat. Down, when will it end? Yes, when will it end? Maybe soon, hopefully soon. I told you that you are too optimistic. Yeah, people are always telling me stuff. So you said it's going lower than 19. So you said it's not going lower than 19. No, I never said that, man. I never said that. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh no, I bought it too soon. Are we oversold yet? Yeah, not actually oversold. Actually, we have, you know, the problem is that we consolidate for a long time, so we are not oversold, unfortunately. The dollar is still looking strong. Yeah, the dollar is still going towards the upside, still looking very strong. This all happened before. We'll go low end of year, and if you have money to buy, then you will be rich in 3 years' time. An aggressive 10x long here with tight stop might be the day trader's play. A little bit unsure about that, but we're gonna see that. Right now doesn't seem that there is any kind of, you know, bottom right now in. I'm opening new legendary long on 1825. Joseph is in the chat. I'm here. That's good, man. Abi, let's dump in it more so we can grab some cheap coins. They're already very, very cheap. So about them new lows. We'll see minimum drop 10, 11k dollar Bitcoin. You sold everything. I did not sell anything. A lot of large money protecting this area. Good morning. I think they have been protecting it up here at 20k. They lost the 20k. I think they've been protecting at 19k. They lost right now 19k. So, you know, they're losing, you know, level by level. There is a lot of... Good morning, Luigi. How you doing? So they have been losing a lot of stuff. So let's see what's been happening up here. Yesterday we had a very bearish stream, unfortunately. Very, very bearish stream. I said this looks, you know, very, very bad. I was actually very, very bearish. Maybe overly, maybe a little bit delete your 19.8. Shh, don't tell anybody. I was a little bit maybe overly bearish. Now it did play out, the bearishness, and it was kind of a very bad movement. Right now we are down 8-9% since, you know, we had the video yesterday on the Bitcoin Daily, and we are breaking levels that I think thought that we should not be breaking. So now that we are actually breaking those levels, it does look very bad, guys. It does look very bad, but of course, it's only when it looks the worst that you get, you know, some kind of optimism back up here. So you see here, yesterday we actually, before yesterday, we were actually keeping the support up here, right? We are keeping the support and everything was looking nice, and then we went up here towards the 20 moving average up here, and then, you know, start dumping down towards downside. So we have been dumping down right now for 2 days straight down, and it does look you know, bad. Not only that, we are also breaking these lows on the downside right now. We still, you know, we haven't broken it yet. I mean, this is not confirmed yet. We haven't closed, but we just literally broke everything towards downside. And right now, if we close down here, we got another, you know, lower low on the downside, which is quite, you know, technically quite bad. Now let me show you one very important line that you know, we just broke, which indicates a very, very bad moves. Now if you see these bottom wicks down here, you'll see that these bottom wicks have been holding us, you know, towards the upside up here, and as soon as we broke that, we went down like you know, 20-30% over here towards the downside. So this line up here was very, very important line not to break, but as soon as we broke that line, you know, we dumped big time on the downside. You can see that. The same thing happened on the next move down here. These very, very bottom wicks created this very nice trend line. As soon as we dumped through the trend line, we went big time towards downside. Right now is a you know, same story up here. We got this trend line up here, but it's only 2 weeks up here, so you know, I wouldn't say that too much about it, you know, because the more important line I think was this one up here. This one up here, and as soon as we actually broke this line on the downside down here, went to the bottom, everything was fine, you know, we are supposed to, you know, continue up here, something like this up here, but we got rejected big time. big time. But right now I'm looking at this line over here, because if you look at on the weekly time frame, instead of, you know, if you look at on weekly time frame, you'll see these 2 weeks on the downside over here that are right now being broken as well. So technically we don't have any kind of support. Weekly time frame also went below the previous low down here, so we got a lower high up here. This low is still holding on the weekly time frame. You can see that weekly time frame is still holding. Right now we are dumping big time towards downside. We are down 5.2%. Altcoins, some altcoins are reacting, but most altcoins are down like 1-2%. They are not down 5% like Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the only one that's, you know, dropping significantly. So I would assume that Bitcoin dominance is actually going up over here. Let's go on the daily time frame. It is going down. Yesterday it was actually went up a little bit, but you know, maybe some kind of double top on Bitcoin dominance up here. We're not gonna analyze dominance too much. So where is the hope up here? You know, so it was pretty clear that everything looked very bad yesterday, and that we are supposed to go down. And we did the worst case scenario, the way I see it, and we went down. We got rejected by everything up here towards the upside, and we are continuing going down. On the 2-day time frame, you can see here we are below the moving average. We just continue on the downside. On the weekly time frame, bearish engulfing candle continue towards the downside, still below 200 moving average, 10 moving average, 20 moving average, continue towards the downside. Monthly time frame getting rejected by the 50 moving average up here, still, but you know, again below a 19.8 up here, very important level on the downside. Still 11 days left. Still 11 days left, and you know, on the weekly time frame right now, even though we are breaking over here, we still got, you know, new 6 days left to see how this is gonna play out. But everything is pretty much breaking towards the downside. If you look at the DXY up here, let's go to the 4-hourly time frame. You'll see that this triangle over here that we previously had, right now it's breaking towards the upside. This actually did it 2 times up here, tried to break up, went down up here. Right now it's breaking towards the upside. So if this continues going towards the upside, we might see some kind of, you know, 111 on DXY. So DXY is still looking strong, guys. It did not break this, you know, purple line on the downside. It did not break the trend. It went down to the support level, and it just is bouncing right back up again. This looks like it's creating some kind of, you know, a rising wedge up here. Now these rising wedges should break on downside, but if this rising wedge is up here, break towards the upside above 100 level, depends on when it's going. This is going to increase in speed, and we might see, you know, huge market movements on everything. S&P 500 up right now, still going down. Let's go to the daily time frame up here. You can see that we have continuation towards downside. These are the futures of the S&P 500. The same thing goes with actually Nasdaq is actually up a little bit. I did not even see this. Nasdaq is up a little bit, but this is, oh sorry, this is not the futures of Nasdaq. This is just regular Nasdaq. Dow Jones is down. Let's see Nasdaq futures. Yeah, Nasdaq is also down down a little bit. So everything is breaking on the downside, and you know, we have broken important level of support up here. You can see here broke support, trying to get up here, right back down again below the support down here, and right now we are continuing towards downside, which is quite bad move, right? Which is quite bad. Now if you look at a little bit bigger time frame up here, this looks like it can go all the way down to the bottom down here of this range. That's something like you know, another move towards downside over here, or if it actually breaks this level on the downside, we can actually go all the way to the bottom of the expanding wedge up here. Now this expanding wedge is also on S&P 500. You can see up here S&P 500, same expanding wedge. The bottom is somewhere down here at 3006, give or take. So you know, some kind of, you know, support might actually kick in over there. Some kind of support might already start kicking in over here, or so you know, in this range where we are right now, down here, or all the way down on this support level, So we're gonna see how this last move is gonna play out. Are we gonna, you know, go all the way down here and go into capitulation before we actually go towards the upside up here? You know, it's all needed to be seen. Dow Jones, the same thing happening on Dow Jones. We don't have any kind of lines. Let's put some kind of, you know, fast lines up here, give or take, up here, something like that, and you know, something like this up here, maybe give or take, maybe some little bit up here, maybe down here, yeah, give or take, doesn't matter. Maybe it should be probably something like this up here, give or take. Say some kind of, you know, expanding wedge, give or take, up here, up there, whatever, right? And everything has this expanding wedge, and right now everything is falling down. Of course, we created this bottom down here where we bounced, and right now we are breaking that bottom towards downside. So it does look terrible, it does look bad. So where is the hope actually? Where is the hope? And I'm trying to find hope, guys. I'm trying to find hope. So if you look at some kind of indicators, right, we are trying to look for oversold levels, you know, divergences, momentum losing strength, you know, volume falling. We look for everything that can tell us, okay, we're getting very, very low, and that we are, you know, about to, you know, bounce. If you look at my overextend indicator down here, you will see that on the daily time frame, we are extended, but you know, not you know, any kind of drastic extensions. Now these big dumps do happen. We are very extended down here on the bottom side, right? This is the first dump down here, you know, and you know, some kind of normal overextensions is in play, but it's not, you know, extremely overextended. 2-day time frame up here as well. We could on 2-day time frame could definitely go down lower, like over here previously. You see previously down here we hit this low down here where we got very, very overextended on 2-day, and then we bounced a little bit back. If you go to the weekly time frame, we are not overextended by any means, because this is a big play time frame, and this has been in consolidation for 3 months right now. So these huge overextensions where we have been buying down here, you know, they are kind of over right now. So there is no overextension on very, very big time frames. On the small time frames like daily and less, there might be overextensions that are right now telling us this is you know, getting to some kind of very overextended level. Like you can see down here right now, we are overextended towards downside on small time frames. So what does it mean that we are overextended on the small time frames and not on the big time frames? It means that we might, just might, get some kind of, you know, move up here towards the upside, hit some kind of moving averages, consolidate a little bit, and then continue on the downside. That's what it's actually telling me. So it's telling me that this move towards downside a little bit oversold. We might, you know, bounce a little bit towards the upside, hit some kind of moving averages, and then continue on the downside. Now if we start breaking those moving averages, that's going to be good stuff. But you know, overall it says since we are not oversold on the weekly time frame or on the monthly time frame, we are actually still technically, you know, not oversold big time like we did in June, where we dropped big time towards downside. I had this, you know, capitulation phase and stuff like that, right? So on the small time frames, if you look at a 1 hourly time frame up here, we are you know, increasing the speed towards downside. Over here they just got a way extended from the moving averages a little bit up here. It is breaking the trends towards upside. It did increase the speed, as you can see up here. It did increase the speed towards upside right now. Whether it's gonna, you know, increase the speed up here again, I doubt that. I think we are getting to some kind of lows over here. So the most likely outcome right now, I think it's a pullback to something, maybe 10-20 moving average on the hourly time frame, or maybe even a little bit higher up here on the on the 4-hourly time frame. But overall we are not overextended on the big time frames above the daily. That said, I've been also looking at the RSI, and a lot of people are getting, you know, their hopium from the RSI. And you'll see here that the RSI, you know, price is going down while the RSI is going up, which is actually a divergence. Divergences usually tend to break towards the upside or try to correct themselves by a little bit by going up and then continue going towards the downside. That's why I'm saying on the small time frames up here, we can definitely go towards the upside. There is divergence on the daily. On the 2-day chart, there is also huge divergence up here. Now if you are very, very bearish, we can of course continue going down. This will be corrected eventually. It doesn't have to stop over here. On the weekly time frame, we also have we also have a, you know, slight divergence over here on the weekly time frame. And if you go to the 2 weeks time frame, let me see up here on the big time frames, there is over here a divergence, right? On this small time frame, on this small move up here, there is also slight divergence up here as well so far. So you can see there is divergences all over the place. So the question is whether this is gonna, you know, eventually play out. Monthly time frame, last time frame I'm gonna just look at right now. There is still divergence up here. You know, it's very slight divergence, so that's why I'm looking at 2 weeks and at the monthly time frame. But you know, we are going down over here while this is going towards the upside, right? But this can just continue dumping down, and this will be actually corrected, so there is no problem with that. We have been going down for a very, very long time. This is a monthly time frame. You know, ever since up here, you can see here that we had a cross of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. These are nine what are you gonna say, momentum bars towards the downside has been increasing, but it's kind of curving up here a little bit. You can of course do this over here, but it looks like we are coming to some kind of ending short term, and then we have to, you know, see the reaction, how this is actually going to play out, when it comes to big time frames. So over here I think we need some kind of bounce, short term bounce, not you know, not anything not anything, you know, crazy or anything like that, but, you know, short term bounce. Now let's check some volume on the monthly time frame. This on KuCoin, of course. You'll see here that volume has been increasing all the way towards the bottom down here. After that we went into consolidation phase where we actually went down, and right now we should be increasing the again the volume if it's to continue going towards downside, right? Because if the volume goes down while we go down, it's not actually a strong move. It's not actually a strong move. Let's go to the weekly time frame. And then there we go. We see up here slight increase in the you know, volume going towards upside while we are technically going towards downside. But the volume has been rising all the way towards capitulation phase, and after capitulation phase, in this move towards upside, we have been going towards downside, you know, losing momentum, then fell down, you know, still consolidation phase on the big time frames. So how this is actually going to play out, this last phase up here, are we going down towards very, very low levels? It's still, you know, we still need to see that. I'm not yet on the bandwagon, although we are breaking very, very important levels of support over here. I'm not yet on the bandwagon that we are going to drop down to 10K just yet. As you just saw on the big time frames, yes, we are not overextended or have any, you know, we have got small divergences, but we are not yet overextended. Now on the small time frame, small pump, I think that's more reasonable. And the Thursday in 3 days, it's a big day because it's FOMC meeting. It's FOMC meeting. It's FOMC meeting. It's decision then for interest rates. Are we going to get 0.75? Are we going to get, you know, 1%? That depends to be seen. How are we going to react to that? Right now, if you look at altcoins, of course, a lot of altcoins are not down much today. Bitcoin is down 5%. Cardano is down on the day only 0.65%. So it's not down much. Like if you look at Bitcoin over here, Bitcoin has this big red candle over here. While, for example, Cardano is only down 0.69%, right? Shiba Inu is actually up a little bit. It's actually in green. Ape is actually in green 3%. It dumped down a little bit, stupidly bullish. Mana is down 0.79%, holding this level down of support. You can see down here that I had this expanding wedge up here, which we actually hit on downside. Polkadot is actually down 5%. API up 0.5%. Chiliz is down 2%, 2.14%. Phantom is down only 0.8%. So you can see that altcoins are not actually reacting just to this Bitcoin up just yet. I think I see that Bitcoin up is a little bit unreasonable right now, and I think it needs to, you know, move towards upside a little bit. So short term, I think this is a little bit overextended. Needs to, you know, some kind of, you know, move towards the upside before we actually crash everything towards downside. So if you're gonna get, you know, 15K, 10K, whatever people are saying, Atom is down. Yeah, they definitely. Atom is not down. Atom is up. Atom is up on the daily time frame. 0. You know, you see, it's in green right now. Very much green. It was actually a lot in green today. It actually started a lot in green. It was up like 6% in green today. But it's down since, you know, the start of it's up since start of the day. It's up since start of the day. Algo is up 7.2%. There are definitely altcoins that are, you know, trying to hold these levels after these big dumps yesterday. So you know, and the way I see that, the reason I see that as the way I see that is everything dumped yesterday. Right now, today is some kind of a pullback day maybe, and then tomorrow, Thursday, Tuesday and Wednesday is some kind of consolidation day, and then on Thursday we dump again or pump again. When will the moon kick in? I don't know. The moon is totally, you know, it's doing its own. The moon is doing its own thing, so you know we cannot trust the moon anymore. Let's see up here. These lines up here. Let's find the hopium up here. Maybe, just maybe. So yeah, minus 5% right now, still pushing it towards the downside on here. This is on 1 hourly time frame. You can see here we are still pushing it towards downside, and you can see this consolidation patterns. You know, it goes down and then sideways, goes down then sideways, goes down then sideways, like literally sideways, you know, action. But you can see that, you know, at least these two moves, they are getting smaller and smaller, hopefully, right? Over here it slowly went down up here, and then it increased the big moves, and right now, you know, it's kind of slowing down. So maybe there is just kind of some kind of trend over here, some kind of falling wedge that's been happening. It's a very, you know, it's a very artificial falling wedge, but still it might be some kind of falling wedge. Let me just see this up here. It's on 5-second chart, sorry, 5-minute chart. I think it should go somewhere up here, give or take. So it might be some kind of falling wedge up here on the 5-minute chart up here. That's why I'm saying, you know, we might you know, break this up here, go a little bit towards the upside here. That's why I'm saying this, you know, pullback can actually come. This can actually come. This is a 5-minute chart, so we're not gonna, you know, look at that too much. Captain is in the chat. Captain, how you doing? Hope you're doing well, guys. Captain had a little accident with her motorcycle, and she kind of you know, broke a hand, and you know, hurt herself a little bit. So, you know, if you want to wish her, you know, well, you're welcome to do so. Crypto and Captain, I hope you're doing well, you know, and I hope you learned your lesson. Don't drive motorcycle anymore. Only drive, you know, Cybertruck, you know, with you know, infrastructure inside. And beat up. I'll live though. It's good, Captain. Yeah, the way I see it, you got more time to trade right now, right? You're on sick leave. You can sit at home. You broke one hand. The second hand you can use for your mouse. You can still place orders up and down. You can chill and relax. So the way I see that, you know, it's all good. Full moon very weak in beat market. No, I'm still gonna drive. I'm getting myself, you know, Cybertruck. I want all kind of protection around me, you know, all kind of protection around me. Moon is actually broken if you break below 70.5. Yeah, moon is definitely broken. I don't know what's happening with the moon. I think we shield moon to way too much to too many people. Too many people got a hinge of it, and you know, there is that. Risk versus reward, motor extremely fun. Yeah, might be that. So this is gonna be interesting. Moon is working 100%. Moon is not working, man. What you talking about? Moon is not working daily. Look here, guys. Look here. I don't think the moon is working anymore. Like over here on the bottom down here, we got our bottom, but this was the new moon. Kind of, you know, technically did not, you know, the new moon technically went towards upside, which is kind of bullish. But you know, this full moon up here dropped us big time. The full moon dropped us big time, so this full moon didn't work. This is the new moon, started over here, ended up here, so this was kind of working, you know, without this pump up here. This thing over here, you know, is definitely not working, you know, so the full moons are actually, you know, out of order right now. We need to send them to repair. They're only not fun when someone slaps their brakes on it in front of you. Oh, that's how you hurt yourself. Yeah. 18.4 monthly support. Monthly support is broken. The monthly support is down. It's not at 18.4, it's at 19.9. That's broken a long time ago. You know. So that's what I see, you know, on the charts right now. That's what I'm seeing on the charts right now. They show daily RSI versus price action. We did look at that, man. We did look at it daily. Yeah, the daily is right now at 20. This is, sorry, no, this is 4 hourly. 4 hourly is oversold right now. RSI oversold at, you know, 20 levels. These are very low levels. Like down here, when we dumped on downside, you can see, I mean, it can be pushed down to, you know, 13 or whatever, like, but, you know, they are very oversold levels. When you have this kind of major dumps towards downside, you can get some kind of 12 levels or something like that, but, you know, around 20 levels, you know, they're usually oversold. You can still continue to going towards downside, but these are very, very low levels already right now, hitting that right now, 20 levels up here. On the daily time frame, we are not oversold, we are only at 36, so, you know, we are in the bearish territory, definitely. Weekly time frame as well, not oversold yet, like only 33. We are very low down, but, you know, you can technically say that you are oversold, but, you know, we are very low down. You know, and we are still keeping these, you know, previous lows up here. Monthly time frame is very low at 41 down here, so it's low, but, you know, it can always go lower. It can always go lower. Never say never. Also, the I didn't actually see it, but monthly blue line is actually crossing the zero line, which is actually a bearish sign. So there is that. Very short term, I'm a little bit bullish. You know, long term, I'm a little bit undecisive. I need to see something happening bullish that's, you know, gonna change stuff. Next month, new moon is the harvest moon. I don't know, new moon. I don't want to talk about new moons, guys. I don't want to talk about new moons. The moons are not actually working in our favor right now. So what do we have up here? Right now it's, you know, September 19th. You know, we had full moon on the 10th of September, which was, you know, devastating to us. You know, we don't care about that. Neptune at opposition, September equinor. What's September 23rd? That's in 3 days. The September equinor occurs the sun will shine directly on the equator, and there will be nearly equal amounts of day and night throughout the world. Okay, the new moon is on the 25th. We got a Jupiter opposition. Giant planet as close approach the Earth and its face will be fully illuminated by the sun. It will be brighter than any other time of the year. It will be visible all night long. It's the best time to view and photograph Jupiter and its moons. A medium-sized telescope should be able to show you some of the details in the Jupiter's cloud bands. Wow, that's huge. We got a full moon again only in October, and then a new moon in October. Up here, partial solar eclipse, meteor shower, full moon. Total lunar eclipse is on the 8th. It's the lunar eclipse, the moon. But before that, we got, look here, we got a full moon and we got a total lunar eclipse. A total lunar eclipse occurs when the moon passes completely through the Earth's dark shadow or umbra. During this type of eclipse, the moon will gradually get darker and then take on a rusty or bloody red color. The eclipse will be visible throughout eastern Russia, Japan, Australia, and Pacific Ocean, and parts of the western and northern Africa. Wow, this is big, guy. November 8th is a big, you know, the red moon. See, red moon. Images of red moon. Oh, that's big, guys. November 8th. We get another date. Yukon Mario close today. Nami is in the chat because nobody believe we might see on the downside, and we came down more than 25 from where I said. I'm not expecting you to believe me when I say T is ending and pump will end soon. Sure, man, there is a lot of predictions. Why should I believe you? Like, there are a lot of people, like, a lot of people are saying up and down. You know, somebody's right, somebody's wrong. Cheers for a day off, please. UK mark close observation. Bulls thought they were going to moon, but actually straight to the sun. Straight to the sun. We'll see that. Bro, what's your estimate year for the next bull run? I don't know. Yeah, we can do that, guys. We can do that. We can actually, I forgot to do that. So, you know, we can do this live. We can clean up the chart up here. What we're gonna do right now is we're gonna use logarithmic chart up here, and we're gonna add an indicator called halving, Bitcoin halving countdown or something like that, events. There we go. We got a you know, Bitcoin halving events, and the next halving event is in if I'm not mistaken, in March 23. Up here somewhere, right? If I'm not mistaken, March 23. It's not 24. I might be mistaken. next halving event Bitcoin. The next halving will occur in 2024 block rule. May 4th. Okay, actually it's not in 23, it's 24. It's around April, May. So we are way past that time. So you can see up here, you know, the way we look at this. So this is the next halving event, right? And then after that we got you know, give or take the same distance. It's all you know, almost the same distance, right? You see up here, almost the same distance, you know, almost the same, maybe a little bit shorter up here. I don't know, give or take up here. This is where the next halving happens. So how these things actually work is after a halving, we usually after a halving just, you know, blast towards upside. Like every single time after a halving, blast upside. So if we assume that this is gonna play out exactly like the last time, we can assume that, you know, around here we just gonna, you know, bounce up here. So, you know, the bull run technically starts you know, May 24th. You know, May 24. So in 2 years, bull run should start up here, right? So that's what we're looking at, bull run starting, right? And this this first phase from the halving towards the top up here, you know, it takes roughly the same length, right? Up here, give or take. We're gonna copy both of these two. Up here, roughly the same length. You can see up here, roughly the same. This is the first, you know, top up here, and the second top up here. So it takes roughly the same length to get to the top up here. So if you just assume, and right now all we're doing is, you know, just looking, you know, how history has been, you know, and it's gonna repeat itself. So you're looking at some kind of top here between, you know, May 25 and October 25, give or take. Some kind of, if we are gonna have the exact same thing that's happened before, which I doubt that there is gonna be that, but you know, Bitcoin is not like gold. Depends on when you mine stuff, you know, whether there is stuff in production, you know. Bitcoin is produced, you know, every 10 minutes, every single day, all the time, exactly on the dollar. You know, every 4 years there is a halving effect on deflation. You know, it's exactly the same every single time. Exactly a single time. So, you know, if you're looking at that, you know, some kind of you know, expectations down here. That's the top June, between June and October, and you know, around the halving around May 24 is that when we start getting these big moves towards the upside. It's happened before. Should it happen again? History doesn't repeat itself, you know, 10 times in a row. So, you know, it's kind of hard. So people are still looking at this part over here and say that we have, you know, a lot more, you know, down to go down here to some kind of 8,000, and then we're gonna go up, right? So I'm gonna zigzag and then towards the upside, because, you know, why should this be any kind of, you know, bottom up here? Over here, you know, we still need to go down to, you know, 85%. Somebody is even calling 3K up down here. We're gonna go down there and then, you know, have a nice, you know, rally up here, and then, you know, continue up here. Because let's be real, guys. Let's be real a little bit. Even if Bitcoin goes down to 3K, let's say it goes down to 3K. From 3K to, you know, again to 40K, even though it's not all-time high up here, if it goes up here towards, you know, 40K, from 3K to, you know, 30, 40K, it's still a 10x. It's still a 10x move towards the upside, and that 10x move is gonna be like, you know, 20%, sorry, 20, 30, 50% on altcoins, right? But it all depends on how low you buy. It's all, you know, if you bought 60K and you're hoping that, you know, it's gonna go above 60K, it might go above 60K. We are still looking at that, but you know, how much higher, you know, if it goes up to 80, you get from 60, you get like 20% pump. You get a 20% pump, right? So the big question is what's gonna happen in this open space over here, where we don't actually know right now what's gonna happen, right? This open space. Let's see how actually before we actually pumped up here. So from the bottom, it was something like this before, which is around, you know, a little bit more. The bottom actually came a little bit more than actually. Start over here, and over here also the bottom came in somewhere up here, give or take, from the halving, right? So if you look at these two lines over here at the bottom, the very bottom, very bottom came around these places before the actual halving, right? So I don't know how long time this is. How long time is this? This on the weekly time frame. So it's something like 79 bucks. Well, 1.5 year before the actual halving. That's when we are actually getting these bottoms down here, right? This bottom down here and this bottom over here came 1.5 year before the halving itself. Do we this time have more down room to go over here until we hit this because so far this did play out like before up here, it extended a little bit, the tops came in at the same time. So far the tops have come in at the same time, but this bottom over here came the way we see it sooner than actually it is, but it can just go kind of sideways over here, create a new kind of bottom up here, maybe a little bit on downside, then or start going up, getting ready to get some kind of new levels up here. I don't know what these new levels going to be, maybe something like this up here, back up 30k upset, and then we go towards the upside, right? So this part up here is right now it's usually some kind of accumulation phase up here towards the bottom. That this actually accumulation phase lasts a lot longer up here. It was very short accumulation phase. So how this accumulation phase is gonna play out, nobody knows. But you guys can pretty much see that we are coming very close to whatever that bottom is, right? That bottom is. So the only thing we can actually predict right now with 100% certainty, and I mean 100% certainty, is that on around May we will be having is there a date? Price label, price note. There should have a date label. Why don't have a date label? There should be a date label up here. We know with the fact that there is halving effect up here, and halving effect doesn't matter what the price of Bitcoin is at the halving effect. It should be priced in, but it is going to make Bitcoin more valuable, And after the halving effect, by some historical events, we can project that next bull market top is gonna be in May 25, October 25, last part of the 25. So we got right now 22, so 23, 24, 20, like 3 more years, guys. You got 3 more years till you get to the next stop. It's a long way to go, and we need to do something in between this space and this time. It just goes very slow. This thing just goes very slow. So we need to do something up here. So maybe we're gonna do some trading. We got time. The best money in bull market are after the halving effects, the way we see that, right? So we got time, unless something big happens in the world. We got time. So we're gonna see that. I think what you guys think? They may have finished the dump. 8 months of begging up. If you don't sell, you won't go bankrupt. Tila, some signs of bottoming out. Yeah, you need to rewatch the video, but basically short term, I think we need a small bounce. Big frames, there is no overextensions, but there are definitely the variances showing that we are close to. We should have a nice recovery. Yeah, getting trading challenge back. Yeah, we should definitely get trading challenge back. I need to work on my channel, guys. I've been thinking yesterday. I've been thinking about what am I gonna do? Like, what am I gonna do with the channel? Bitcoin Daily is the worst thing for my channel ever. You don't understand that, but even making Bitcoin Daily like a 5-10 minute video, it's a more productive way of my time. Number one, I use only 5-10 minutes to make the video, and then I get more subscribers. Every time I do Bitcoin Daily, I actually lose subscribers. No joke, I lose subscribers every single day I do Bitcoin Daily. It's like 2-3 people, but I lose subscribers every single day. In the start, I was trying to say people, join, subscribe to the channel on the Bitcoin. I don't do that anymore. I lost all hope when it comes to subscribers, when it comes to Bitcoin Daily. So Bitcoin Daily is in fact very bad for my channel. It just doesn't, maybe it's good in some kind of bullish market, but 1 hour streams early in the morning, it's not what people want. I don't think that's what people want, and so there's that. But I think that it's definitely coming some kind of change to the channel, and the way I see it, and I've been thinking about it, let's assume that there is never again any kind of bull market ever again. Let's say that economy goes to, you know, shitters. Let's say that there is so much depression. By the way, guys, I found something new. I'm gonna explain to you. You know, you remember that we talked before about how I think that there will be deflation instead of inflation. Now we have inflation, so I was 100% wrong on that. There is a third thing that's actually gonna happen, and I'm gonna show you that. No, they want to. They all believe it's not what people want. No, but you see, you kind of can see what you know, what people want to move. You know, I'm doing Bitcoin daily, not because actually because I think it's very beneficial for anything, but more because, you know, it gets me up in the morning. You can see that, you know, if I'm sleeping while I do Bitcoin daily in the 9 a.m., I'm pretty much, you know, wide awake after that, and you know, I can do the rest of the, you know, daily stuffs, right? Stagflation, exactly. It's a stagflation, guys. It's stagflation. Stagflation is actually gonna happen. We are in the first stages of stagflation. Right now we are having inflation, but thing is, when you have increase in inflation, you know, it's bad as long as the, you know, economy is doing fine. If you have deflation, it's, you know, it's depression because prices are getting cheaper and cheaper. You know, everything is falling towards downside. People are, you know, not buying. The economy is doing bad, but you don't have inflation. Now, if you have inflation and economy going down, you have something called stagflation. So you're not dropping down to zero, but you're just kind of, you know, some kind of perpetual, you know, a way of moving. Now let me show you what stagflation looks like, guys. Let me show you what stagflation looks like. Let's go up here to Dow Jones. These are not let's just remove this up here. Stagflation looks like this, guys. I'm gonna show you on the monthly time frame up here. This is what stagflation looks like, guys. This is what stagflation looks like. So it's not depression. It's not like over here when we had, you know, big depression, right? You know, our markets are just, you know, crashing towards downside. It's not this way. This is stagflation. Like you got inflation with you know, depressive economy, and it does move towards downside, then up, then down, then tries to go up, then down, then up, then it's kind of shaky out of the market. Everybody out of the market. Everybody buys top, sells the bottom, buys the top, sells the bottom, buys the top, sells the bottom, buys the top, sells the bottom, right? This is stagflation, guys. So if you look at this a little bit up here, and you assume that, you know, we might be getting stagflation up here, it is very, you know, normal to see, you know, some kind of move up here, something like this up here. So people might be expecting, you know, oh, we're going down to some kind of, you know, levels down here, whatever, right? But it just might start doing this up here, right? Like over here. So that's what stagflation looks like. This is depression. This is stagflation, whether that's deflation or not. And, you know, and inflation is just, you know, I don't know, straight down, maybe. Stagflation, yeah. You have a separate account for Bitcoin daily. Start doing commodities, TI, gold, and silver. You will get more scribes. But you know, doing TI on gold and silver is so boring, man. So boring, like because the price moves not that fast. You gotta talk about the daily, which is not actually very interesting. The most interesting charts on gold and silver, at least that I'm seeing, is you know, the weekly and the monthly time frame, especially the monthly time frame. Weekly time frame, today it went a little bit. It's the same thing all over again. Like especially when you look at it on the weekly time frame up here, you see here on the gold is actually breaking to the downside. Silver is also pumping up here a little bit, but still on the way to the downside. UK oil up here on the weekly time frame is breaking towards downside. It is having this falling wedge down here, which is very nice. Hopefully it bounces up towards the resistance up here again, which might actually help Bitcoin maybe. Not many do it. Yeah, I know not many do it, but you know, unemployment skyrockets. Imagine Corona. Just people have no money. People are losing everything. So what are people gonna do? People don't know what they're gonna do, right? And if Bitcoin also goes into stagflation, they don't care about Bitcoin. So what do they care about? So I was thinking a little bit, how can I make money out of this? You know, what can I do that people wanna do when they are sitting at home, have no money, have no way out? Everything is going down, everything is bad. How can I make money, right? And I was like, yeah, what did people do when you know, Corona was, when everybody was sitting on? So they were starting YouTube channels, they were doing, you know, makeup tutorials, starting this, starting that. But I was like, I got it. Trading. Everybody wants to get rich quick. I'm gonna do trading tutorials. I'm gonna do trading this and that. Of course, trading tutorials be how to lose money very fast, how to find the bottom, miss the bottom, FOMO in, you know, at the top, then sell everything at the bottom. You know, that's kind of tutorials I'm gonna make. You know, it's gonna be fun because, you know, people don't care what kind of tutorial it is as long as it's something about trading. So we're gonna do trading sessions, you know, live trading sessions. We're gonna do live trading tutorials. We're gonna do live trading this, live trading that. We're gonna do, you know, interesting. This indicator is BS. This indicator is good. This indicator is bad. This strategy works 100%. You're gonna be making $4,000 a month every single day on the clock. You know, and stuff like that. Buffering. It's not buffering. What do you mean it's buffering? So, you know, I'm thinking, you know, doing some, we're gonna focus on trading. That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna focus on trading. You know, I'm learning KuCoin bots for the sideways stagflation. Yeah, that might actually boost it. Like bots in the sideways movements, I think bots can perform well. For us always trading TI on currencies, we get many cents. Yeah, but I don't get it, guys. I think like boomers, you know, me and everybody else, like older people than me are into forex. Why are people into forex so much? You got cryptocurrency. It's a lot, you know, crypto is a lot more. Just refresh you. Yeah, crypto is a lot more. We only understand half what you say. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. If you got that, you got that. If you didn't get that, you didn't get that. I don't know why it's, yeah, probably because I got like, I don't know why. I don't know. Maybe something with my internet. Maybe internet went down. I don't know. Bitcoin. Let's take a last look on Bitcoin. We're getting this double doji on the bottom down here, which might maybe hopefully be, you know, a little bit good. On the 4 hour we're getting extensions towards downside. I think not anymore. Oh, restart YouTube. My bot's my standing is 0.1% per day without doing anything for it. 24.7. Damn, boy. 1% per day. Do you know how much that is, you know, accumulated? That's insane, man. Yep, after refresh better. Okay, guys, that's it for me. I don't have a lot more to talk about. You know, I don't think before I thought deflation, but right now I'm more leaning towards stagflation, and I just show you how stagflation looks. Bitcoin short term, I think it needs some kind of bounce, very short term, some kind of bounce. Long term, it's not that promising. You also saw that, you know, we got 1.5 years left until we get to the halving. So at least 1.5. I don't think we're gonna have bottom for 1.5 years, but we can have bottom for a, you know, longer time. So you're gonna see that, and after that, after the bottom, you know, some kind of top in 2025. So you got at least 3 years until we reach some kind of top. So there's that. Hopefully not deflation better. Hopefully not. I don't know what's gonna happen. I've been wrong so many times before, guys. You wouldn't. No, 5-minute chart looking good. 5-minute chart looking good. Yeah, 5-minute chart turning around. Maybe this trend is actually breaking up here. There we go, breaking trend. Good times, guys. We're going to 100K. You see up here? Guys, we're going to 100K. No problems. We're going to 100K. All good, guys. All good. Bear market cancelled. You know, everything cancelled. 100K. You see here? Okay, guys, I got nothing more to say. You know, you keep your projections. You do what you want to do, but, you know, there's that. Have a nice day, everybody. Have a nice day. You know why I think we went down? I think we went down because we just played a little bit too much Dodge Daddy. You know, a little bit too much Dodge Daddy. And, you know, so, you know, no more Dodge Daddy. No more Dodge Daddy until we are above 50K. So there is that. Okay, guys. Bye-bye. Join KuCoin. Gems, guys. Gems. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.